Good evening. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Elmore County Commission work session dated Monday, July 23rd, 2018 at 5 p.m. I'd like to call the meeting to order. We'll begin with regular business, a review of the minutes of the July 9, 2018 Commission meeting with any corrections. Any comments or corrections there? We'll proceed with a review of the memorandum of the warrants for the period of July 3, 2018 through July 17, 2018. Mr. Byer?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, the memorandum of warrants for that period of time was $679,669.49.
Thank you. Any comments or questions there? We'll all make every effort to speak up in the microphones with the air blowing. Proceeding now with old business, we have public hearing 050 retail beer off premises only and a 070 retail table wine off premises only liquor license transfer application from Kim's Corner Mart Inc. to Kim's Corner Inc. for Kim's Corner 44 Titus Road, Titus, Alabama 36080. Is there anyone here with any comments regarding this transfer of liquor license application, for or against? Any commissioners have any comments or questions regarding this?
I do, sir. It's in my district, and it's been a good retail operation, and I don't see any problems with them.
All right, thank you. Any additional comments? Thank you. We'll proceed. Discuss opioid litigation representation. Each of us are in receipt of a letter from our legal counsel, Mr. Courtney, recommending that we convene an executive session for discussion regarding this legal matter, and we would do that later in our meeting during the business session. Are there any comments or anything right now? Mr. Courtney, can you?
Mr. Chairman, only that I have reviewed the subject matter, and I do believe that it is appropriate for convening an executive session.
Okay.
Specifically to discuss pending or threatened litigation.
All right. Thank you. All right. We'll proceed then to new business. We'd like to invite Mr. John Wilson to come up to the podium. Just make sure that blue light's on when you get there. He is with the Elmore County Firefighters Association. Mr. Wilson.
Thank you, sir. I just come tonight to express our appreciation for y'all working with the Firefighters Association and the fire departments in Elmore County. I've been the chairman for about 15 years now, and we've always had a great relationship with the commission, and I appreciate that. It always hadn't been that way in the history. Commissioner Reeves can remember that, but I just appreciate what y'all are doing for us and y'all's continued support. And I brought a token of our appreciation for each one of you tonight. So I would like to bring it forward to you one at a time.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to thank Richie for what all he's done for us through the years, and congratulate him. Thanks, all.
Thank you very much. We do appreciate what you do too, Mr. Wilson, and we appreciate all of those who serve in our community in the capacity as firefighters and their families who support them as well.
Commissioner Stokes, if I could just make a couple of comments. Mr. Wilson, I want to say how much I appreciate this token of appreciation, but I want to express how much I appreciate what the firefighters of our county do, what you have done during your career as in the fire service in the county. While I have served on the Elmore Volunteer Fire Department for probably 18 years now, I've never been in a structure fire. I've never responded to a call. I've always been on the administrative side, so I see what you guys do firsthand, what a value you are to the county, to our community. And as you know, when nobody knows who has to call, they call the volunteer fire department, and they always come. And I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
And I would like to say, Mr. Wilson, I will thank you and the Volunteer Firefighters Association, and I saw y'all growth from way back, 20 years back. And when you took over, I know you had a task, and we always supported you. And y'all do a fine job to protecting the citizens in this county, and we appreciate it.
I would like to say so too. I'm on the board at Bike Fire Department, and I know that when trees are down and we have bad weather, those guys get out and do the job to help the county out and saves us money, and we appreciate what they do. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We will proceed. Consider Hazard Mitigation Grant Award for project number 4251-0033, Jordan Kalaja Volunteer Fire Department Emergency Generator. Mr. Byer.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, in your packet you've got some information showing a 75-25 match on a grant. $20,633 is being awarded to the fire department for this project, and they will be putting in the match the difference to get the project total to $27,510. We've got about $1,300 of administrative fees that will be handled by the EMA office as they process most all of these grants for our fire departments. So if you will see fit in the business meeting to approve that, we can get the generator project going and handled for the department. And just for a matter of record, these type projects are identified during the county's hazard mitigation plan development, and then the fire departments work with our EMA office to be able to develop the application and submit them. And so there is some rhyme or reason to how these projects get identified and submitted.
Thank you.
Chairman Stubbs, I have a question. Mr. Byer, during this process, all the fire departments have an opportunity to be a part of this.
Yes,
this
sir.
Evaluation.
During the hazard mitigation plan development, they are, and as part of, I believe Eric his office sends out a number of emails throughout the year identifying these grant opportunities.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we'll proceed now with the consent docket. Approve proposed plat for Castaway Island Addition Plat 2. Any comments or questions there? All right, we'll proceed now with personnel notifications. Notification of promotion of Austin Cowan, Project Inspector, to Engineer Intern, effective 7/9/18. Notification of hire of Swanson McCreary, Mapping Tech, replace T. Hand, effective 7/23/18. We'll proceed now with reports to the Commission. Mr. Byer.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, first and foremost, I'd like to thank Mr. Wilson as well for the presentation. And we worked out today, he is going to come back prior to the August 13th meeting, and he's actually going to, in concert with us feeding you dinner, we're going to give a presentation about the impact of the volunteer fire departments in our county, the economic impact and impact in general to insurance. So if y'all put that on your calendar, at 4 o'clock we will convene that and have a light dinner before we come into our commission meeting. In front of you, you got a couple different packets of information. One is some pictures. We consistently, during our countywide cleanup efforts monthly, try to figure out ways to improve the flow for the citizens. That process in general just ebbs and flows with the time of year. People are spring cleaning. Those sites are much busier than some other times during the calendar year. We went to once a month this past year, and are doing 5 sites. So we end up having the same number of pickups, but we have a frequency increase. And some of the pictures I'm showing you are just what some of the sites look like after the trucks left and they were completed. And you'll notice some of it looks like debris that was placed, and then some that was just thrown out. But just for the general information of the public, press, a lot of times we are pulling items out that if we put those into the garbage trucks, that the compactor will not completely crush, and it will take up needed space in that truck. So you'll see mattresses, you'll see some metal, things of that nature, and then you see where people just come and dump just because they couldn't make it on time, or they just decided they saw a pile of trash and it looked like a good dumping spot. Once the trucks are full, our protocol is we open the county highway department, and we have some roll-off dumpsters there for people that are sitting in line. But we've tried to get the message out that when those sites, if somebody pulls up and the truck's not there, the site is closed. It has reached its capacity. If they're sitting in line, we try not to turn anybody away. So I just wanted y'all to be able to have some pictures of the before, and then the last few pages are the after, where we go back on Monday morning and we clean those sites up. We have several sites that are on county property. Some of them are on private property that has been we've been granted permission to use for the drop-off. Central Elmore Water site on Redland Road is a good example. The Emerald Mountain Equestrian Park, the entrance there is another example. So just so you're armed with that information. I know that this past time we had several people on social media that were commenting, and I am glad to talk to any of those, just like y'all are, about the process. This is a free service that's offered to the citizens as part of the advanced disposal fee that the paying citizens pay into the county. So some of the suggestions are great from the citizens, but the resources aren't there to do curbside pickup or every Saturday cleanup events. So just wanted to give you all some of that information just so you could share with your constituents, or when you get a phone call, you're armed with that. The next 2 items in there in your handouts is about the census. As you know, I gave you all some information a couple meetings ago about all the addresses that were processed by the commission office and looked at in terms of trying to determine whether the census had complete data or not. We are moving to the next phase where we're trying to start developing our public relations and outreach, and so I've given you some information there on that, and actually the setup of what they call a complete count committee. Heather Moe in our office is working on that. She's already been in contact with several census people in our region, and we are looking to try to set up a meeting with I think her name is Ms. Vick from the Census Bureau in the October time frame. Our intention would be to invite several of these entities that are identified as potential or good resources to serve on the Complete Count Committee, and that will include our municipalities, and it will include our faith-based groups, and we're going to work with EMA to identify some of those volunteer groups that we already have contacts with and pull them in. But if there's anybody else that you can think of after you look through some of this information, please let me know. We want to be as broad as we can to get the information out, and I don't think we can stress how important that count is for us. There's a timeline in there too to kind of give you an idea of leading up to April 1st, 2020, what we intend to do, what we plan to do, and I know it's a priority of the commission to try to make sure that everybody understands the importance of the census. The last item you have in there, the innovator, about page 6, I've highlighted something for you where Elmore County was highlighted in the Federal Highway Administration's innovation magazine that goes out on a monthly basis, to where our pavement preservation program was highlighted as one of the leaders nationally, and I thought that would be something good. You may have seen the Twitter post that went out about a week ago on that item, and you will also notice that we have regained our presence on Facebook. Several of you have liked that. I think we've had close to 300 engagements since Kim and Heather got that back up running about a week ago. So all positive things that are going on in the county. We're trying to get that message out, and just want to make sure y'all had information not only in the digital format, but also some hard copies to be able to look and see what's going on. Mr. Chairman, that's all I have in the way of report. Do you have any questions for me?
Thank you. We'll proceed now with reports from the commission. We'll begin with Commissioner Holt.
I'd like to say thank you to the ones that are here tonight. I wish we had many more, but I'm glad that y'all are here. And I'd also like to say to you, Mr. Wilson, I understand as far as first responders, the terrible tragedy we had on Dozier Road, the fire department was Johnny on the spot, so to speak. And that's a great thing. And we appreciate that, and we appreciate what all of the departments do in our county, because all of them are working for free. And that's a good thing that they're doing that job, and because they love it. So we appreciate y'all. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Commissioner Daughtry.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for coming this evening. I'd certainly like for us to request that we continue to remember David Granger, who was here just 2 weeks ago reporting for the paper. Most of us know he had a massive stroke a couple of days after that meeting, and certainly our prayers continue with him and his family.
Thank you. Commissioner Mercer.
Thank you, Chairman Stubbs. I would also like to express my desire for us to pray for David Granger. I've known him for many years, and it's just a very sad situation. I would like to report that I was one of the commissioners that attended the annual conference of the National Association of Counties in Nashville this past weekend. And I actually shared with my wife this past weekend that, you know, anytime I'm around a larger group of commissioners, whether it be on a state level or a national level like that, I always feel like we're really blessed in Elmore County. We have some problems, trash, potholes, all counties do. But when you get with these other commissioners and you listen to them talk about the problems that they deal with in their county, I sat by one commissioner that talked about how they fight with their municipalities and their mayors in their county, and that's just something that we don't do here. I'm just always reminded that how blessed we are in Elmore County. There are areas for improvement, but we really are fortunate where we live and the resources that we have and the spirit that we have that we deal with each other in our county. I also would like to tell you a little bit about my serving on the Policy Steering Committee. I serve on the Community Economic Workforce Development Committee. We passed 12 policies out of that committee that was ultimately approved by the NACO board. Those policies related to those issues will be used for that association and staff to lobby Congress for issues that affect the counties across the nation. I'm very glad I can serve in that capacity, and I enjoy serving there. Chairman, that's all I have.
Thank you. Commissioner Reeves?
No, I don't have anything today.
Thank you. Just a couple of items. I do appreciate Mr. Byer addressing the countywide cleanup situation, and it is our responsibility as a commission to try to communicate with the citizens on these services that are available to them, and we'll continue to push that information out, and we hope that we can reach everyone. And it's interesting, I find some people that are frustrated with the long lines and other people that don't know that we even have that service. So there's all different types of people out there who are learning about the services that are provided. And as Mr. Byer did mention, it is a free service, and we hope to continue it and grow that program to help with the disposal of those types of items. I echo the prayers sought for David Granger. It is a very sad situation, and we hope that for him and his family they can find peace, but also we hope that the local newspaper will have and be able to continue to get information out to the people. I know that that's what he would want. He truly dedicated his life to the newspaper and his commitment to getting information out to the people. School does start back soon. I know that summer is winding down, and with school returning, hopefully we can encourage our young people to be committed and to have success this school year. This is, in our family, this is my fourth child is entering kindergarten, and so this will be our last one going into kindergarten. And I remember my first one, we had to drag him down the hall screaming, and this one can't wait to go. So we've either done something right or kids have changed a lot. So I echo also, lastly, the Facebook presence on for the county, Elmore County Commission Facebook page. We'll continue to try and engage the citizens that way, and it be a resource and a place where people can go to learn information, learn about, for example, the countywide cleanup days and other things that are going on in the county. And we'll explore that and other ways to communicate with the citizens. We realize not everyone is on Facebook, but it's just one of several venues by which we can communicate. We will now proceed with the important calendar dates.
Saturday, August 11th is the next countywide cleanup from 9 to 1 at the locations listed, noting the rotating location will be the Cusada Post Office. Monday, August 13th, it will be our next commission work session at 5 with a business meeting following. Monday, August 20th through Thursday, August 23rd is the ACCA Annual Conference in Orange Beach.
All right, thank you. We'll reconvene shortly. I'd like to welcome you to our Elmore County Commission business meeting dated Monday, July 23rd, 2018, 5:35 p.m. I'll call this meeting to order. We'll begin with an invocation which I will offer, following which Commissioner Daughtry will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please pray. Our Heavenly Father, we are grateful for the opportunity we have to gather together this evening and handle the business of the people. We are grateful for our responsibilities and the opportunities that we have to serve. We are grateful for this great country in which we live and this great county in which we live. We are grateful for those who faithfully serve in various capacities and who have a desire to improve this area and to make it the best that we can. We are grateful for the resources that Thou hast given us, and at this time we ask that Thou would bless each of us with a clear mind and with an understanding of the needs of those around us. We ask Thee to give us insight and direction that we might reach out and help those who are underserved, that we will seek opportunities to help others. We ask Thee for a special blessing on David Granger and his family as they go through this difficult time. We applaud him for his efforts with the paper and in his life, and we are indebted to him for his unfailing service and love for this community. We ask Thee to bless the remainder of our meeting and bless us that we'll travel home in safety. And this we pray in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Let us please stand.
Ms. Kim, would you call roll?
Commissioner Holt? Here. Commissioner Daughtry?
Here.
Chairman Stubbs?
Here.
Commissioner Mercer?
Here.
Commissioner Reeves?
We'll proceed now with regular business. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the July 9, 2018 Commission meeting as presented during the work session?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Kim?
Commissioner Holt,
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry,
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs,
Yes.
Commissioner Mercer,
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve the memorandum of warrants for the period of July 3, 2018 through July 17, 2018?
Motion.
Second.
Ms. Kim?
Commissioner Holt,
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry,
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs,
Yes.
Commissioner Mercer,
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve a 050 retail beer off-premises only and a 070 retail table wine off-premises only liquor license transfer application from Kim's Corner Mart, Inc. to Kim's Corner, Inc. for Kim's Corner, 44 Titus Road, Titus, Alabama, 36080?
I move that we approve.
Second.
Ms. Kim?
Commissioner Holt,
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry,
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs,
Yes.
Commissioner Mercer,
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Yes.
Proceeding with new business, is there a motion to approve hazard mitigation grant award for project number 4251-0033, Jordan Colija Volunteer Fire Department Emergency Generator?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ms. Kim?
Commissioner Holt,
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry,
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs,
Yes.
Commissioner Mercer,
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve the consent docket as reads?
Motion approved.
Second.
Ms. Kim?
Commissioner Holt,
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry,
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs,
Yes.
Commissioner Mercer,
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Yes.
Proceeding now with personnel notifications. Notification of promotion of Austin Cowan, Project Inspector, to Engineer Intern, effective 7/9/18. Notification of hire of Swanson McCreary, Mapping Tech, replace T. Hand, effective 7/23/18. Are there any additional reports to the Commission?
No, sir.
Is there a motion to convene executive session to discuss a legal matter with legal counsel regarding pending or threatened litigation?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make that motion and,
Thank you.
Second.
All right, Ms. Kim?
Commissioner Holt,
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry,
Yes.
Chairman Stubbs,
Yes.
Commissioner Mercer,
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
yes.
All right, the Commission will now convene an executive session. We will return at 5:55 p.m. to continue our business meeting. Bobby, I feel like we should give you a hard hat or something. All right, is there a motion to convene, is there a motion to reconvene our business meeting?
Make that
Go ahead.
second. Second the motion.
Richie, will you call roll?
Yes, sir. Commissioner Holt,
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry.
Yes.
Commissioner Stubbs,
Yes.
Commissioner Mercer.
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Yes.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to
Oh, go ahead.
second.
Richie?
Commissioner Holt,
Yes.
Commissioner Daughtry.
Yes.
Commissioner Stubbs,
Yes.
Commissioner Mercer,
Yes.
Commissioner Reeves.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned.